Hello and welcome to Stampin' and Crafting with Cheryl Diana. I'm Cheryl Diana and today we're looking at one of the re-inker techniques. Now this one I found is ideal for you for using on butterflies, but you can also use it on any type of punched out or die cut shape. So let's have a look. So on Sunday I showed you how to make these butterflies. So we did solid ones, die cut ones. All you do is you soak your paper. So I used the watercolouring cardstock, and then you spritz it with water, and then you drop the ink from your refill. You put drops of it onto the wet butterflies, and then you let it dry. So these are the ones that I showed you, but yesterday I had a play with the 2024 to 2026 in colours, and that was Petunia Pop, Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock. So I had to go making these ones, and you can see how each one is different. So now I thought that we would turn them into cards. Okay, so before we do that, I thought with our solid shapes, I would stamp the outline on them, which is what I'm going to do now. So let's have a scrap piece of paper. Just put it up a bit so you can see. And then let's stamp these up. Make sure there's lots of black on it. And then carefully, I'm just going to try and move that down a bit so I can look over the top of it. Like so. There we go. That one, and let's do the big one. So we've got lots of ink on it because we want it to look a nice solid black. There we go. And we'll line this one up. There we go. There we go. And that one's done, so let's pop that one out the way as well to clean later. So let's have a look at making the cards up now. So I'm going to use the basic white card bases. So let's see how that one looks. Should we keep it simple on that one? Or I'm wondering if we have a black background on that one, because black highlights it a bit more, and it needs something on it. It just needs something to have a sentiment. So the stamp set I'm using is the beautiful butterflies. So let's have see. Should we have time to celebrate? Well, in case you need me, I'm here. Let's do that one, because I know there's a lot of people who just need that little bit of support. So I'm going to use that one. So that was that one there. Just get a block, and I need to give it might fit on that one. I need to give it a quick clean because it's a brand new one. Oops. That just gets rid of any dust or whatever when it was manufactured. So I'm going to stamp that on a piece of white cardstock, which, as you know, I have a pot of odds and ends on my desk. In fact, I'll show you it. I have a little pot, which is just it's a flower pot type tin, and I put all my white in there, so I've got it at hand for when I need some white. So I need that back again, and then it will fit on there. So let's flag it as well. I think I need that. Or do I do a circle? This is what takes the time, is to actually work out whether you're going to have it straight or have a shaped one. I think I'm going to go for shaped. But part of me is thinking heat embossing it straight. No, let's do it this way. Sync that up. And just pop that on. And I'm going to flag it. What if I have it that way around? That's better, because then it flows better, I think. There we go. So just give it a quick cut down. There. There we go. Let's just see how it looks. And I think if I'm going to flag it. So to flag it, on my scissors, I find the middle. Whoops. Find the middle and just mark a little line there. I'm going to trim a little bit off. So I'm going to use my little trimmer again, because that's ideal for the little bits. Okay, I just want a little bit off. It's better. And then I'm going to measure the middle bit. It's better. So I've measured the middle. Can you see? It's a little, can't focus. There's a little bit there. And I cut it up. And then I go from the corner to the end of the cut. Like so. Now it is flagged. So now what I want to do, I need some black, needs something on it. So that could come in like that. But black needs something on it. So what I'm thinking of is with Stella, which is a brush. Hang on, doing a little bit. Which is a brush, and then you got glitter inside of it. So just seeing which one. Do a good shake up, mix up. So I have a few on the go. And then if you remember from a couple of weeks ago, where did I put it? I had a box, kit box. I've tidied up in my craft room and I keep losing things. I do. Where is it gone? Oh, I'll have to try and do it without the box. So I'm going to take off the lid and then literally just go, here's a clear. Just check it on a bit of, I had a bit of black when I was cutting the matte layer. Yeah, and literally I just flick it. Now you might not be able to see this. Hi Valerie. So I'm just adding some sparkle to it because sometimes it looks a bit bland. And this Wink of Stella is ideal for lots of uses. So let's dry a bit. So I don't know if you can see. It's just, you can just about see the spark. There you go. You see the sparkle on it. So that is the plain black side, and that is Wink of Stella's side. So it's subtle. I'm just going to get a cloth and just light that up. So let's put that on there. Some glue. Make sure it opens the right way. Yep. Okay, and like this, so I'm going to pop that in that corner, like so. So I've got a very small border around it. There we go. And then this, I'm just gonna shape it slightly, and then that'll go like that. So we stick it down the middle. So there we go. Now I think we need to add some gems. So where are my? So some sparkly. No, let's see what gems we've got. We can use. Those ones. Or we could just put some butterflies on it. It should be quite good. Have I got any orangey type of gems? No, we don't have any orangey gems. That's fine. Whoops. We use some butterflies, or shall we use these? These are my favourite ones. They are the iridescent faceted gems. So I think I'm about to put some of those on. Just put the lid on the glue. So let's just pop some of those on. Try to do it random. I can't do it random. Let's do 5 on here. Then put 1. There we go. And there is our first card. Put that there. So let's put those back so I don't lose them. So let's put them up there. So let's have a go at another card. Sorry, I just had to have a drink then. So this time, use a basic white one again. I'm going to bring in the in colours now. So it's that one. I think if we go for, should we go for the green Shy Shamrock, or would that one look better on the Shy Shamrock? Which one is best? So do that one. Or somebody close. No, not that one. That hides it too much. No, the green one I think is better. Or have I got a different colour one? I had to sort out. I've got matte layers in different colours. What the grey? What's the grey show? Let's do different. Let's do a grey one. I think. I really cannot decide. Let me do that. Oh, choices. I think I'm going to go and put that one on there. In fact, no, I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to pick the lighter ones of these. And we're going to do some strips. So let's cut this down a bit. So if I cut centimetre, what size is that? Is 14.3. So the trouble is trying to work it into threes. And my head doesn't do that. Let's do 4. Let's do 4.5. 4.5. Another 4.5. Makes 9. And then what gap have we got left? On my little ruler. Running out of space. So let's just put, I swear that will go there, that will go there. How much gap have I got left? Could do 4.5 again. That was easier than I thought. So that will go like that. That will go like that. That will go like that. Yeah. That'll work. Then we can have 1, 2, 3. Like that. Yes, we'll go like that, I think. And then we can have a sentiment going along there. I want to emboss it. What embossing folders have I got? I've got the fern one. I've got, what's that one? I don't know that one. I've got a floral one. That one won't do. I think we just might keep it simple again. So, in fact, let's have a look. Because I'm thinking we can use some of our DSP. that's the wrong colour. That is the Seaside Splash. This is the colour we want. Would they show up on there? Yes. So let's have some of these. So we can either go for the floral one. In fact, I'm gonna have floral, striped floral, I think. So it's 4.5, so you get 4 centimetres. I know it is 10 long. And we cut it. 4, 4, and oops, lift that up. 4. So we have that one like that. That wasn't quite the right. It's going to be 9.5. That's fine. So, see which way it went. Goes that way, and then that way goes that. Right. So I'm cutting it from that end. We go. So let's get the end bits done. So that can go like that, and then this bit I want to turn around, I think. Make it different. That's it. And we're going to put that one there, that one there. Let's put that one there, and that one there. Or would that one look better? Let's go with that one. Okay. So I'm just going to stick those down now. Okay. Put that on there. So the colour I'm using is the Shy Shamrock, and it's a lovely green. It is. So let's put that. Like so. There we go. I'm going to stick those down. Just lay them roughly. We're going to fit there. Yeah. Let's pop that. Should I go the right way? Yes. I just know one of these days I'm going to do it the wrong way. Okay, and let's just put that on there. And this one in the middle. Like so. There we go. And there Where's the butterfly? I've lost the butterflies again. There they are. Do it like that. Now I think they need some black bodies. I do. So let's find a piece of black stuff, and I'll just cut some bodies for them. So in my stash of what do you call scraps. I forgot what they were called. So I'm just going to cut some bodies. Oops, nearly dropped the die. Put those up there. Right, so let's see how they look with a body on. Oh, they look so much better, don't they? With a body on. So let's just cut some more out. And this time they decided that they will stick in there. So let's just poke that out. Okay. Put that one over there. So let's add the bodies to the butterflies. Just a little bit of glue on it. And my tweezers. Like so. That's fine. And then just need it on the middle bit of the body. That one there. And this one here. There we go. I think that one might look better. There. I think that one does. Now where's the other? Oh, there's the other body. It fell off the mat. There we go. And we can, so it's better. So I've got loads of butterflies still to use. So I want a heading down here. I do. So are we going to go for, let's go time to celebrate. Let's use that one. Because that's a nice long one. Oh, where's my strips? Need a bigger strip. Will that fit on there? Yep. Let's use my long one, and I don't think I've used this one before, so let's just give it a quick clean. And stamp it. Push those up out the way. Put that on there so don't lose it. Right, we're there. And I'm going to do it with Shy Shamrock ink. Let's move that out of the way. Let's pop that. Time to celebrate. Like so. There we go. In fact, we'll also try it in the black and see what looks best, I think. Let's get a black again, because the black will be picked up by the bodies. There we go. Strip of Shy Shamrock. Oh, got quite a big strip of Shy Shamrock there. That's going to be all right for that one. So I have a mug on my desk as well, which I put in all the long strips of cardstock. So let's do it that side. I'm going to ink it a bit more. There we go, just a bit more. And then bring this up so you can see it. There we go. It's not quite as dark as I want it to be. So let's give it just a bit more of an ink. Not quite as dark in the middle. Okay, let's give that one a go. So this is why I use. Still not. Let's give it another clean. Still not dark enough. Still patchy. But this is why I use strips for my sentiments, because if I do make a mistake, I can just redo it again before it's on the card. It's better. It might just be the black. That looks better. That's better. Much better. Right, okay, so let's cut these up. So that, let's go there. How wide is that one? That's fine. Then I need to cut that one up there. And that's about that one's a little bit shorter. That's fine. It's roughly the same. I'm just checking. So I'm going to cut that one a bit shorter as well. There we go. So it's 8.5. So are these wide enough? A bit too wide, and that is a 3 centimetre strip. I'm going to cut this to 2 lots of 9. And then we'll cut it at 2.5. No, that was wrong because it was 3. I realised that I was cutting it shorter. That's fine because I've still got this piece. And that is definitely 3, so it's 3.5. Just line that up there. Okay. And then this one. So. Okay. Just bring the card down. We don't want you on there. I think we might just go in the middle with that. So do we go with the black or with that one? I quite like the Shy Shamrock. Yep, do that. And let's pop that on there. That's it. Let it stick for a bit. And then we'll add some dimensionals to the back. And put 2 lots in the middle so it doesn't sag. Right, and then put this in the middle, like so. Then we can place the butterflies around it. We could do it like that. It's pretty. So let's just, shall we lift those up as well? I'm thinking a mini should fit on that, where the body is. Yeah, it does. So we can raise them a little bit. So I want you to be there. And then you to be there. And then you can go up on the other side a little bit higher. Like that. There we go. And there's our second card. Now we can add some gems to it. So let me find my sparkly in colour gems. Shimmer gems they're called. You can see I've used, I don't use peach pie very often, but I've got 4 green ones there that I can use. That's what I want. And we'll put those on the sentiment. And then another one. Where should we put it? There. There we go. That's our second card. Now, I haven't used the peach one so much now. So let's get into the card base. I want a portrait one if possible. Yep, there is one. And I want peach pie. Now, is that going to look like? See which ones we like. I think we're going to go for the in colours again. Maybe an orange one. Do you like? Let's go for those ones. There. And I want a strip down the side. So if I've got a strip already cut, got some strips here. That's not long enough. That one is. We'll use that one. And then I'm thinking, do I want to have a white line down there? Have I got any thickish bits already cut? That one looks. And then we could have that on there. Put that there, and then a strip of that there, and then the butterflies. Let's give that a go. Thank you, Valerie. I love that the green, the Shai Shamrock. That is really good. How long is it? I'm going to cut it slightly longer. Because I want it to go. No, I want it to go on the matte lacquer, don't I? I'll go down like that. And this, what width is that? That is 3. So we could do it 2.5. Oops. The right blade. 4.3 again. Like that. And then we can. There's some more bodies, and then I'll set the sentiment down here or in the middle. So I want the small sentiment. In fact, let's just do happy birthday on from here. So let's just grab that, put that on there. Let's line it up because I think it wiggled a bit. Put it the other way up would help. And I think I'm going to give it a quick clean. There we go. And I'm thinking we'll go for the black again. And one of those will fit it. No, because we need the peach pie one. Not the green. I'm just not using the green. Fit on there. See if I can get it on here, and then we can have a white strip behind it. Do something different. So I'm going to do this in the black again. That will fit on there. I lost the ink pad then. Let's see how this one comes out. If you hear any planes, that is Mildenhall. They seem to be rather busy today. I'm not quite happy with that. It blotched it a bit. Just turn it over, which is something I very rarely do. That's better. Yeah. That's better. Right. I'm going to cut that down. So 6.5. There we go. Do I like that? Let's have a slightly longer strip of white. That's a bit longer. Going to fit on that. Yeah, how does that look? I'm not too sure about. I'm not sure if I like that. Let's do it the other way around as well. See how it looks with the peach pie. Peach pie. Have I got a really skinny? That's really skinny. Oh, we've got happy birthday on that one already. Let's do. Was that bit thinner? That bit's thinner. Let's put that on there. That H is smudged again, but that I'm not sure. What do you think? We go for that with a white background, or that on there. I think I'm going to go for the white. I do. Or what I could do is, yeah, let's do it. Let's do something different. Let's have a line going that way across as well. I want it slightly thinner, so that's a thinner one. That isn't quite the white. That's a thinner one. So let's cut that. We can slot. You just have that over or under. Oh my God. Let's see how that's over. There was a little bit of this, and that is 1.5. This will be 1 centimetre. So let's lay it flat. Let's see how that looks. By 10. Right, so that with that. Can have that. Be coming underneath it. Is that on the top, or where's the other bit? I have this one. We can have that on the top. I think we might just have that coming underneath it. Oops. So this needs this to come up a little bit, like that. That's it. We're happy with this bit. We can stick that down. That like so. I was going to go top to bottom, wasn't I? That's right. Bit squeezed out at the end. That's fine. We can stick that down. Like so. Like that. There we go. It's looking good. And then I think this will fit there. just trim it slightly. So I'm going to just use my guillotine again. Just cut it down just a little bit, either end. And then that can fit on there. Yeah, like that. So let's mount that up using our minis again. Mini pads, because they will fit nicely. Oops. Put that like so. Oops. Shift it like that. Okay. Now we know we want that one. So I cut some more of those butterfly bodies out. There we go. Let's run those through the cutting boss machine. There we go. Get rid of that piece because I've used that up now. And let's just take these out. That one out. And just add some glue to their bodies. You do need the tweezers to do that. And then this one. There we go. Oops, put that one on there. Push it over a little bit. There we go. And then again, let's just push them in the palm. It just makes them stand out a bit. Okay, then we stick them down. So using some more mini pads. Like so. And then let's add some gems, which is something I do forget. And we can actually use just one of the sheets I've already started. Go back there. So let's do it. So we've got, have a big one there. And let's do big ones there. Like so. I think I might just leave it like that. I just realised I haven't stuck it to my card base. So let's do that. Put that on there. There. I love how that one's turned out now. There we go. Just line it up. There we go. So today we've made 3 cards. And I've lost one. That's the first one we did. The second one's falling down here. That's the first one we did. which is just, I used a big die for the butterfly and then stamped it using black Memento ink. I used Wink of Stella on the splattered the black, and then some gems. Then we did this one, Shive Shamrock, papers, cardstock and ink, and then we added our butterflies to it there, and by adding the bodies it really makes them pop. And then because I hadn't used my peach pie gems, I did one that was in peach pie. So they're the 3 that we've done today. I hope you have enjoyed seeing how I made 3 cards using the re-inker butterflies that I made, and pop along next week to see what the next re-inker technique is. So until next time, keep stamping and crafting. Bye.